Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Dwerve. It is a action RPG tower defense game. I played the demo for it a while back, loved it so much I kickstarted it, and also helped voice act one of the trailers for this game, interestingly enough, made by my friends over at Half Human Games, who, I guess is part of being a Kickstarter backer. I got early access to the full release of this game, or at least pretty much full release. I think I'm missing the day one patch. Hopefully it's not too bad. Or not too bad. Hopefully there's no differences. So we're going to dive right in. Controller support ain't working for me for whatever reason. I'm pretty sure that's going to be in the launch version. Or maybe it's just the main menu. In the massive hollow mountain of Mount Crow Crest, there once lived a great nation of dwarves. Oh, yeah, now it's working. It was just the main menu. It didn't like my controller. The dwarves discovered power stones while mining deep in the mountain. They used them to power machines and eventually entire cities. They lived in peace and prosperity for centuries. Over time, they became infatuated with power stones and dug deeper to find more. One day, they dug too deep and unleashed the gloom-dark hordes, an army of trolls and monstrous creatures. Once the dwarves realized that the trolls turned into stone in the sunlight, they fled far from the mountain and found refuge on the sunny hills of Brecca. Centuries passed, and over time, the dwarves forgot their traditions and abandoned craftsmanship and innovation. In favor of warring and raiding, history became myth, and myth became bedtime stories. But whispers of a long-forgotten darkness echo throughout the valley of the great mountain. It can be heard in the snoring forest by those who dare enter. Oh, you baby dwarf. I mean, not quite baby, but still. Now, Aries supposed to have a high-pitched voice, but
Dwerve, we shouldn't be here. What are you even looking for anyway?
Huh.
She must have left. Something. Some clue. Shh. Did you hear that?
Something moved in the trees. Oh, I wish we didn't come here again. The snoring forest is full of vicious creatures, and you can't even fight with that little crafting hammer. If we run into any wild creatures, we're done for.
Come here, hide in my bag if you're so scared. Hey, we're not a silent protagonist. That's nice. Alright, I love tutorialization where it's just like, boop, and now I'm boned.
Dwerve, don't die. I'm gonna go get help.
Game just fades to black.
Son, you're awake. Praise the kings you're alright. I told you never to go into the snoring forest. Your mother went in there and never came back. Had I not found you when I did, you would have died. Forgive my anger, son. I don't know what I would do if anything ever happened to you. Well, I better get back to Brecca village. Chieftain, and the other warriors went raiding this morning. He assigned me to guard duty. Again. I'll be home for dinner. See you tonight, son.
Did you go looking for your mother again? Aha, of course you did. You're just like her. I suspect this won't be the last time you sneak into the snoring forest. Come, let me at least teach you how to defend yourself. Meet me in the field. I like this pixel style. Where the heck is Aerie? Us dwarves are very clever, but also very slow. This makes us weak against multiple foes. That's why the warriors of the old days became warsmiths. Warsmiths were artisans of war that engineered magnificent turrets and traps. Powered by magical stones, their mechanical weapons would do the fighting for them. A single warsmith could best a dozen warriors, some say even 100. And believe it or not, your great-grandparents, my mother and father, were warsmiths during the Great Exodus. The creatures of the snoring forest will surely outnumber you. If you're to survive out there, you must become a warsmith, so I will teach you as my parents taught me. Let's see if you can handle a turret. Grab the spinblade turret for the chest. Okay, I'm gonna go in here real quick. I'm gonna turn them sound effects down, because they're a little punchy and I don't like them. Huh. That's interesting. That treasure chest sprite is from a sprite pack I've used in the past. I think almost all of these assets are unique, but I recognize the chest, I think. because I used it to model, as like a model for my treasure chests in a D&D campaign. I was looking at the asset pack and being like, oh yeah, this is like a really good style. I'm gonna emulate it, but with my more vectorized look, so that, you know, things will look nice. And then I threw it out the window. But I will always recognize that treasure chest. Turrets cannot function without power stones nowadays. They're a thing of great rarity. Luckily for you, I've kept a few that my parents passed down to me.
Oh, unfortunately, the old man voice makes me yawn.
So now I'm yawning and you're yawning. I had 2 more power stones lying around somewhere, but I can't seem to find them. I wonder where they went. No matter, I'm sure they'll come up. Anyway, get the 2 power stones from the other chest, then build a spinblade turret next to the training dummy. Oop. Grab it. Okay. Ah, those blades will rip through more than just hay. However, now you have no power stones left. You can't build turrets without power stones. Don't worry, power stones can't be destroyed by any means. You get the power stones back when the turret gets destroyed, or when you recall it. Recall your turret by pressing right trigger, then destroy the remaining dummies. Okay, but I do have to pick them up. That's my grandson, looking like a warsmith already. Now what else is there? Ah, yes, artifacts. They're legendary items crafted by warsmiths. They give you special abilities. Here, take my father's Bone Cracker Boomerang. Gives you a ranged auto attack to support your turrets from a safe distance, but you need to stand still in order to throw it. And last but not least, take my mother's Dashing Boots. They let you dash by pressing the left trigger. Many more artifacts were crafted, but they remain lost in Mount Crowcrest. Now, it's time to see how you do against enemies that fight back. While you were recovering from your wounds, a swarm of bee fairies infested my brewery. Been drinking all my delicious honeydew mead. Follow the path to the brewery and stop them before they drink all my honeydew mead. I've just brewed a fresh batch. Why'd they want to drink your gross, I mean, you can count on me, Grandpa. Okay. Dashing boots. Huh. I don't know why we're... Okay. Were the bee fairies this way? No, they're further on. Still not dry. Huh. There's actually commentary for that. Here we go. Stay over here. Oh, we have a slime. I'm more or less just gonna hang out on the other side of this. Easy peasy. Okay, it's telling me about that. However, the real easy answer... Ow. Okay. I guess I have to be a little bit more careful than that. Ow. And I know healing is not easy in this game. Brecca Village. Yep. And we're the town outcasts. Ish. Alright. They'll be spawning soon enough, but if I hide on the other side of my spinny thing, it's gonna wreck them. And... Perfect. Rebuild my turret. Probably should, actually. Oh, I see. Well, this went poorly. Okay. I was not quite ready, and they have a longer hitbox. Hitbox, longer reach than I was expecting. Oh well, it's fine. Get this, we get a health potion, we're back up to full. Easy peasy. Oh. Huh. That's kind of scuffed. But you know what? It's fine. It's kind of dark. I'm not even letting them spawn. I've just... No. Hold up. Coming from over here this time. There we go. I just put the saw blade at the gates. Which is just kind of dark when you think about it. You know, effectively it's like... Oh. You're like putting a vacuum at the mouth of an anthill or something like that. There's probably a better way of describing it, but I don't know. I'm tired. I've been recording all day, and my brain is turning into mush goop. Yeah, that's bad.
Dwerve, you're right. Boy, am I glad to see you up and about. I told him you'd be fine.
About that, thanks for getting my dad when I got knocked out. Nearly became wargboard lunch.
You really had me scared for a moment. Glad you're here, though. Those bee fairies had me trapped. Wait, has Espen finally taught you how to build turrets?
He might have taught me a thing or two. Harry, have you been licking the mead barrels again?
Well, might have had a sip. Do me a favor and don't tell Espen.
Fine, I won't. Come, let's take care of the bee fairies swarming up back.
I'm too dizzy to walk. Make some room for me in your bag. It's nice and cozy in your bag. Thanks for the lift.
I think I gave him a different voice the last time, but that's okay. Grandpa's power stones. Harry, did you take them again? They're not toys.
I borrowed them. I'm too short to reach the mead. Needed something to stand on.
Well, I'll take him to Grandpa. He was worried that he lost these power stones. There we go. Now the healing potion, but we have full health. And now we can get 2 of these. In retrospect, maybe I should actually not do this. This is possibly a mistake. If I just do this here and hang out, I think I'll be fine. Okay, let's put down a fresh one. There we go. I think we're good. Perfect. That's a lot easier. Let's see. Let's go home. I remember the demo for this being brutal. I don't know if I'm just better now or... Right, I can just dash through these. I don't remember if it's easier or harder. Well, it's definitely not harder. I don't know if it's easier or if I'm just better. Oh wait, no, we've been through here. We want to go the other direction. I'm paying attention. Not having a mini-map is ruining me. So many games have mini-maps just to make my life more convenient, and not having one is throwing me off to some degree. Oh, well, that's bad.
Dwerve, look, the village is on fire.
Dad! Dad's down there!
Eric will be fine, right? He's the best warrior I know. Oh, what am I saying? We have to go down there and make sure he's alright.
Grandson, come, we must hurry back to the house. The village is under attack. I can't. I have to go to Brecca and find Dad. Dwarve, are you really going down there? I already lost Mom. I can't lose Dad, too. You have your father's courage, Dwarve, and your mother's kind heart. She would be proud of you. But you'll be safer if you can defeat foes from afar. Take my crossbow turret. It's a ranged turret that shoots high-speed bolts, but it is frail, so it's best to place it behind the spinblade turret. Final lesson before you go. When you've built more than one turret, pay attention to which one you want to recall. You recall the closest turret in the direction you're facing. If you're not facing any turret, you simply recall the closest one to you. Hold the right trigger if you want to see which turret turret will get recalled. An indicator will appear above the turret. It won't get recalled unless you release the button. That's all I can teach you for now. Please take care of yourself now. Go find your father. Crossbow turret. Done. Alright. And let us underway. Let us get underway. Let us alight? No, I don't know. There's words for these. Oh, and it's the merchant. He wasn't in the demo.
Ahoy there! I saw great plumes of smoke rise up from here. Your people must love bonfires. Ha! Anyway, I come seeking direction. I'm John of the Athan. I'm trying to reach Seashine, where the best tasting fish are, but I got utterly lost. Tell me, young beardling, do you know where Seashine is?
You're in luck. It's just north of here, beyond Mount Crowcrest.
Excellent. Thank you, kind beardling. Here, for your troubles. I'll try and make him a little bit more lilting, just because. Can I do anything else with him? No. That ain't it. That'll have to do. And maybe it's fine. I like the animations on these. Very fluid. Just, I don't know how to describe it apart from that, but it's just kind of fun to watch them fire. Anyway, I can't really do anything about this. Luckily, I throw boomerangs if they get even remotely close. So it's not too bad. There we go. You know, it's a little weird. I have blood turned on. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Why slimes would be outputting blood. Praise the kings. I never understood why you say that. Dwarves don't even have a king. No, silly. We worship the ancient kings from the time of the Old Kingdom. I always protect the dwarves, even how they watch over us. Seems to me like you're bowing to wooden stones. Oh, I think there were dialogue options back in the house, now that I'm thinking about it. I probably missed those. No, so many dead. Not a single troll was lost during the raid. The dwarf clans have become weak, my queen. Our hordes will crush them. These lands shall soon be ours. Your scouts were right, Carve 'em up. The outside world is lush and fertile, maybe a bit too bright. Now, I require silence. There, the dim-witted dwarves will see elf-fairy arrows, blame them for our raid, and wage war upon them. Let them weaken each other, so our conquest may be swift. Warlord, unleash the warg boars. Let them finish what we started. We must return to Hordal. There's more work to be done. Yes, my queen. Here, boys, dig in. Shouldn't let that meat go to waste. Ooh, that was close. For a moment I thought they saw us. Who are they? Harry, they remind me of the trolls from Grandpa's stories. Could it be? What? Trolls? They are. Trolls. Why the heck haven't they turned to stone? I don't know. But in every tale, trolls look exactly like this. Maybe Dad knows. We must find them before the warg boars do. They look fast. If they get too close, press left trigger to dash away from them. Okay, looks like I'm kind of in the clear. At least for a moment. Okay. And now it's actual fight time. Well, I don't think there's much I can do about this. At least for the moment. So what I'll probably have to do is sacrifice this. Whoops. Okay. Better strat. Or maybe I'm fine. Maybe I'm done. I do like the little orbits. Locked and barred. Hope everyone's hiding. Hope everyone's in their hiding holes. Son, what are you doing here? The village is not safe. You should have stayed home with Grandpa. I came to help you fight the trolls and their warg boars. Those were trolls, right? I've never seen such creatures, but they must be trolls, far too ugly to be elf fairies. All those warg boars, did you kill them? So Espen taught you how to fight with turrets. Well then, I could use your help. Never thought Espen's stories about trolls could be real. Now they've raided our village. I have to go make sure they're gone. Since you know how to fight warg boars, find and destroy the remaining dens. Wait, take my tar trap. The tar is thick and sticky. It slows down the warg boars. If it's placed on the ground, it's placed on the ground, so don't worry about it blocking your path. Traps only require 1 power stone. Here, take mine. Don't worry, my axe will keep me safe. And remember, if they close in, just retreat and reposition yourself. Be careful, my son.
Tar trap is a ground weapon that covers all enemies that walk over them in sticky tar, slowing them down for short duration. Yep. Alright. Well. Let's see. No. Oh, if I hold it, that's even better. Okay, I'm just gonna stand here where I can throw. Oh, that's all of it. Is there a way to pull it in from a distance? It looks like it. Locked, of course. It definitely feels a little bit more forgiving compared to last time I played this. Okay, this is a issue? I might have some problems. Okay. Well, I'm dead. Let's try that again. I needed to expand out a little bit more. My traps weren't actually... I didn't realize I was getting hemmed in by bees. Okay. Gotta be something like this. Awkwardly. No, that's ain't it. Yeah, the problem is I don't have a defensible spot to hang out. And now I'm rightfully dead. So maybe we do want the crossbow traps. Okay. Put that there, hope for the best. Because it looks like as soon as they get up close to my, as soon as they get up close to my blade traps, I'm kind of doomed. This is holding. Just barely. Okay, there we go. We got it. Close enough. Took a little bit, but otherwise I'm fine. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything else here, so we're good. Okay, yeah, I work well with choke points. I don't work well when I have nothing. Because then I'm just confused. I'm actually quite curious what the optimum win on that one is. Alright. That's Chieftain's horn. The warriors are back from raiding.
Help's on the way. Let's finish these warg boars and head back.
Boy, I think this is the wrong call. Oh. I duped that one. Or maybe not. Looks like I'm fine. It hurt, but I'm fine. Snoring Goat, Bodil's Tavern. Locked and barred. Well.
Dwerve, there you are. I've been looking for you. Come quickly. Your father. He's in trouble. Follow me.
I did get the other money, right? I think I did.
How dare you lie to me? You expect me to believe that the trolls attacked our village? Trolls? Just bedtime stories meant to scare dwarf children. Do you think I'm a child? Even if these were trolls, why didn't they turn to stone, huh? Chieftain, you must believe me. Do you think us blind? Look at all these elf fairy arrows lying around. Yolga saw you enter the snoring forest at daybreak. Went to plot with your elf fairy friends, did ya? I'd never. My son, he... Enough! I can't believe you'd betray your own people. I'll have your head for this, Eric. Take him away.
No, wait, Dad. Boy, these dwarves suck. I've been through this demo 3 times now and they still suck.
Sound the horns of war. Call upon the warriors of the other clans. We'll take this fight to the elf fairies. Burn their whole forest down. Kings, curse them. What do you want, Eric's brat?
Can't wait to spill some elf fairy guts. Tane's always had it in for your father, ever since your mother chose Eric over him. Oh, what are we going to do? But Grandpa, trolls really did attack the village. I saw them with my own eyes. I believe you, grandson, but how have the trolls come to withstand the sunlight? We can't worry about that now. You've got to save Eric. Tane is a fool, not to trust his word. He's a stubborn dwarf, but if you tell him what you saw, he might come to his senses. Chieftain,
You're Eric's kid, right? Let me guess. You come to tell me you saw trolls with your own eyes, eh?
Yes, I have, and they...
Of course you have. I'll tell you what, I'm a reasonable dwarf. Bring me proof that trolls exist and I'll release your father. Head for a head, that'll do. Bring me a troll's head as proof. You have until the next full moon, else your father's head is mine.
Tane wants a troll head as proof. Of course he does. And my grandson, you must get him one. For the sake of both your father and the elf fairies. The trolls must still live under Mount Crowcrest. To get to the mountain, you must travel north through the snoring forest and find the gates of Crowcrest. Oh, before you go, your father keeps a spare power stone in a chest at the docks. He hid the key nearby. Find it and open the chest. Where you're heading, you'll need every turret you can build. Take care of yourself, grandson. May the kings grant you strength. Thank you, Grandpa. Don't worry, Eri will keep an eye on me. If only I was 20 years younger. North for Snoring Forest and Fort Stonewall. South for Overlook Cliff. Everyone's in hiding now. Key is nearby. Oh, there's the key. There we go. Note to self, break more boxes. There's money in it. Yeah, there's a couple. I don't know how much it matters, but at some point we're going to be able to buy stuff, and we want as much money as we can. Because this feels like one of those games that doesn't really support grinding. I could be wrong, but I get the feeling every little bit is going to count, and then some. Well, at least the town's not on fire anymore. I know, everything's still locked up. I'm gonna quickly do a scan in case there's any destructible barrels or boxes. I don't think so. I think we either got them all or we were just lucky. Or there just weren't any, and I'm not entirely sure, and it doesn't really matter. So yeah, let's just go back up here. That looks like the merchant. I could be wrong, but it looks like it's probably a merchant.
Dwerve, who is that? Must be a troll spy. Let's hunt it down, cut its head off. Maybe we won't need to go into the mountain after all. Don't let it escape.
But I can destroy bushes. Yeah, this is gonna be hard. Doesn't help that I'm halfway dead. So here's a question. You do get money. Wait. Okay. So the ballista does not help me shoot those. But grain has money in it. So I guess I should have gone after the grain back at the house. Oh well, it's too late now. Maybe I can go back at some point, but I kind of sincerely doubt it. This game once again feels pretty linear to me. Here we are again, back in the Snoring Forest. Hope I do better than last time.
You will. Before you didn't have the weapons of the ancient warsmiths.
And all these power stones. Just build as many turrets as you can. If any creatures attack us, especially if we run into shrublands. I hate those flower spiders. Yep, even the bushes have money. I gotta keep an eye out for everything. Okay, I think that's all of them. I'm gonna get clobbered more times than I care to admit here. Which direction do I go? This way seems somewhat viable. As a health potion. But I don't actually need one. When did I heal to full? Must have been on the area transition. I'll keep that in mind. Oh, I see. Oh. Maybe I should have just gone with 3 turrets. Well, not much I can do about it here. Get a little bit more. We've got a lot of bees. At least the bees die pretty quick. But this is a smidge dire. Okay. I'm gonna just back off. I think we're golden? We are. Okay, let's grab them all. Messy, but that's gonna be kind of the name of the game with a lot of these. Oh, it won't let me go back. Oof. Yeah, so that health potion is lost to me at this point. It's fine. Luckily, I'm on the difficulty that whenever I respawn, I just go back up to full health. Good, intruder! The Snoring Forest belongs to Grumble and the Gnoblings. We want all your shiny, spinny metal thingies. Give us all your shinies and get out.
Those are Gnoblings, Dwarve. They kill all dwarves who enter the forest. They won't let us pass without a fight. Watch out for their blowgun darts.
Okay. I'm just gonna... go with artillery. It seems to be the best course of action here. There we go. Oh boy, that's not what I was expecting. Well, we're holding. Grab them all. That actually went better than I thought it would, frankly.
Wait a second, that's no troll. You smell like a dwarf.
Indeed, furry one. I'm Slaw, a dwarf. Though I haven't been to these parts in many moons, I lured you here for a reason. I'm a traveling merchant, you see. I craft mechanisms and devise upgrades for them. Well, I did until the Gnoblings stole my tools. Without them, I'm just a vagabond. So let's hammer out a deal. Up this path is Fort Stonewall. The dwarves abandoned it centuries ago, so Gnoblings moved in and made a mess of the place. I tracked the Gnoblings that stole my tools to the fort. It was too heavily guarded. If you retrieve my tools, I can upgrade your turrets and traps. What do you say? Wait, you know how to upgrade the weapons of the warsmiths? I have traveled far, deep, and wide and learned many things along the way. So, do we have a deal? Huh. These spinblade turret blades do seem a bit dull. Sure, I'll try and get your tools back. Great. May the kings walk with you. Well, that one had a key. There we go. Think we're good. I don't see anything destructible. And we get a chest. Hey! Those shinies belong to not Grumble, you stinky dwarf thief!
What the heck is a grumble?
Well, shinies are mine. How do we leave? Oh, we don't. Okay. This is scuffed, but I think I'm going to be saying that about a lot of my defenses. And maybe that's okay. If it works, it works. And if it doesn't work, I'll just, I don't know, something. Oh, get it down. Alright, there we go. Okay, we have spiders coming in, but I think we're fine. Alright, I think we're good. Like I said, most of my defenses are going to be kind of scuffed. But again, if I can reach the end... That Nobbling has a shield. There we go. Well, he can't block everything, but it does make him a lot tankier, which is kind of a doozy. Let's see, what do we have up here? Oh, it's a puzzle. But then that'll put it down. So we swap that. Open this. Oh. Well. That works. I don't know. I got a curse of the swamp brain today. Ooh. We got some armor. Alright. There we go. I'm assuming armor is just a temporary health bar more than anything else. Doesn't really help me. I was hoping I get a power stone. I was hoping for something more permanent, too. But maybe we don't actually get the, well... We don't get the cool permanent power-ups until we actually get that shop. That's my bet. Hello. Stop right there, dwarf. What are you doing in the snoring forest? I don't want to fight, halfling. I'm following a band of trolls that raided my village. So that's what those monsters are. I've been tracking them ever since they came from the mountain. I'm Mia of the Crimson Moon Guild. I must be off. My headman will want to know of this. Raven's luck to you, dwarf. I like the pixel art for the character portraits. It's nice. It's interesting too, because the last game these guys made, Nobblings can craft mechanisms. Who knew? But the last game these guys made was kind of more vectory than anything. There we go. It was... Oh, why am I... It was the weird roguelike where you were like Poseidon on a jet board, ripping apart huge monsters. And I cannot remember it for the life of me. It's Dwarven made, but I've never seen a statue like this.
Of course you're fascinated by a hunk of stone.
Must be a remnant from the ancient kingdom. So, I will say, there's one of these for me. Somewhere. Shell and I designed a Kickstarter backer statue that is somewhere in the world. And then they were kind enough to turn it into pixel art. They'd sent the design for approval and I think I'd lost that email. You would not believe how many emails I get in a given week or month. The fort is close. Be careful. Nobbling guards use shields to block arrows. Your crossbow turret is useless against them. Pesky Nobblings always hide their stolen treasures in high places. I'll meet you north of the fort once you have my tools. Kings go with you. Nice to say that we've made a lot more progress in this video than the last time I played this. I think they cut down some of the forest between here and the town and Stonewall.
Whoa, look at all those vicious Nobblings.
Yeah, that's a lot of them.
Dwerve, are you sure about this? That's a lot of dwarf-eating Nobblings.
Yeah, I have to. Dad's life depends on me getting to Mount Crowcrest. And I'll need Slaw to upgrade my turrets if I'm to stand a chance against the trolls. Oop. 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 Okay, they're gonna wreck that one. I was hoping to line all of these up. But took some effort. Okay, none of these are destructible. Okay. I don't know how many shielded Nobblings there are going to be. Well, this went poorly. Okay. This continues to go lightly poorly for me. Wait, this worked out. They decided to just go for it for some reason. And I'm not quite sure why. Okay, and he's just distracted. Well, that was confusing. And I don't need that health potion, as I'm currently armored. I don't know if we have any other Nobblings that are going to spawn in this immediate area. Looks like we're good kind of here. Do we go in? We do. There are old Dwarven runes on the stone tablet. I can read them.
Good, good. All those long, boring lessons with Espen were useful after all.
We raised Stonewall in defeat and exile. The runes are badly scratched. To stand as a bulwark. Trolls overcome the sun. I can't make out the rest.
Seems like Nobblings don't share your love for history.
Can I break any of these? Yes, I can. I might want to bop back out before we leave. Okay, so there's line of sight here. Okay. I gotta remember, I largely put my turrets down exactly where I'm standing. But yeah, a number of these were actually pulled from an asset pack, I believe. The barrels with sticks I also recognize. I think a lot of this was custom done, and even if it wasn't, it blends together so well it's kind of hard to complain. It's just always interesting when I actually recognize, like, the artwork in a game, where it's like, oh, yeah, this was, like, from a pack. But it's kind of hard to complain. It's, Oh, there's multiple doors. Oh, that's to go into the basement. Well, let's go here first. Oh, there was a switch, wasn't there? Back the other direction. Yeah, that's putting down turrets opens me up to taking some damage here. But yeah, I haven't found the key yet, have I? I haven't even opened the door. Okay. So I guess we gotta go to the basement to get the last thing. I'm pretty sure her tools are in that chest. Well, it's fine. But yeah, I've seen loads and loads of, like, low poly games, for example, using bot assets. And I know AAA games will use, textures that were usually bought from a store somewhere. And so, you know, it's not just pixel art games that do this. I think it's just a little bit more recognizable with pixel art and low poly games because you have more of like an immediate interaction. Okay. There we go. You have a more immediate interaction with and you generally see the details of like a pixel art game or a low poly game up close, whereas most other games kind of have more room to disguise, you know, whether or not a piece of artwork was pulled from a pack instead. I don't know. It's just interesting how to efficiently cut corners in a lot of things. I know one of the big issues for me going into the concept art industry, not that I'm in it, never actually made it there, like it'd be kind of fun to do like concept art for one game once at some point, but unlikely to happen. But when I was training effectively, studying concept art in school, there was the matte painting was becoming popular as kind of a work through. For those of you that don't know, matte painting is... Oops.
Of course Noblings hid the tools in a chest. They're shiny.
Let's head up north. Can't wait to see what upgrades Slaw has. What's it gonna say? So matte painting is effectively using photographs and bashing them together and then painting the details in like honestly a very masterful way. But you know, easy way to describe it would be like taking a picture of a fortress or multiple pieces of different castles and fortresses, stitching them together to make one fortress, and then, you know, putting them in a mountain range, all using photographs, and then painting them together in such a way that they look like a believable painting to some degree. Or, you know, just a believable picture, and then passing that off to whatever developer, you know, the 3D modelers and the art directors and whatnot, to create sweeping vistas and whatnot. Instead of spending hours and hours and hours rendering, you know, every mountain and the forest and whatnot, or the fortress and whatnot, you use the photographs instead, and it's a lot faster. But I always hated that technique. It felt wrong to me. My tools, finally. Thank you, Dwerve. Looks like King's Grace has kept you safe. Now, use my workbench to purchase upgrades for your turrets and traps. But I need scrap to craft and perform the upgrades. Okay, so now, here's the progression system. We have a couple of things. So, increase health by 30%. Lifespan by 15 seconds. Damage by 2. I'm gonna go for the extra damage on this. Let's take a look at the rest. Turret takes less damage from arrows and darts. Increase health further. Damage by 4. But those are kind of expensive. Okay, fire rate by 10%. Poison arrows, 3 damage every second for 5 seconds. So, not bad. Maybe not that useful. I'm most curious about the tar trap, but obviously it's a little bit late now. But I'm wondering if you upgrade the tar trap, if you can actually get it so it does poison damage or something. Because that could be really good. My workbench won't bite. Don't be shy. Alright. And looks like we're done. Wonder how much money I missed. Gates of Crowcrest. The Gates of Crowcrest. I've always dreamt of seeing them. Even after all these centuries, they're still majestic. Boy, they look honestly kind of ghoulish. That does not look like a healthy dwarf.
Now this hunk of stone is impressive.
Well, I'm waiting for the guardian to pop up because that stone is suspicious. Now, how to open the gates?
Aren't you a tinkerer? Think.
Well, there are 2 openings to the sides that look like keyholes. That's it. We need to find 2 keys.
They must be somewhere in the forest. I bet the Noblings hid them away.
Oh, I guess it's not going to wake up. I guess we just have these other regions to go to instead. Alright, well, let's see. Main menu. There's no way to check like a map here, is there? Nope. Yeah, so like I said, fairly linear experience. whole way through. I do appreciate that there are small talent trees. Grom's Labyrinth. I appreciate that there are small talent trees for each of the traps. Hopefully we get a lot more over the course of this and can mess around with different things. I crafted a new weapon for you. It's based on an ancient warsmith blueprint that I've managed to decipher. Simply call it the spike trap. I'm sure it'll come in handy, especially against shielded enemies. It's placed on the ground like the tar trap, so it won't block your path. Thanks, Slaw. I hope I set it up properly. Noblings call this Grom's Labyrinth, named after a deity they worship. Apparently the maze keeps their village hidden from outsiders. Sounds like a good place to hide a shiny key, eh? Alright. Well. Let's see. How much more do I have? 3. If I do this... Yep. So I guess we don't need poison traps, we just need spikes. Oh, and because they have shields, I can't do anything to them. Well, that's fair. Anyway, with this, I think we're reaching a pretty good stopping point, at least for now. I enjoy this game. It's charming. The pixel art works really, really well for for what the game is. Oh, it's like a griffin with a plant growing out of its head. Well.
What is that eagle horse looking creature?
I read about them in Grandpa's books. It's called a hippogriff.
Looks injured. Smell blood. Quick, Dwarve. Let's go help it.
Alright. Sure. We'll do that. But first we're gonna wander around. Because I see a key and some other things. Looks like I'm gonna get attacked. Oh, but maybe I'm not gonna get attacked quite yet. Is the answer. Go break the pot. Anyway, so Dwerve is out now on Steam, and I think consoles? I know it's on Steam. Unfortunately, because this was a Kickstarter thing, I don't actually have a, you know, I don't actually have a press kit to rely on for the launch details for this game, which is a bit of a, I don't know. It doesn't matter too much. Can I actually get to this thing? Because that stone won't move. I saw an area down low. Maybe I can just loop around further and get to it. Yeah, I didn't go this direction. Alright, cool. There we go. Is that all of it? Yeah. I don't have enough power stones for both of these. Alas. But it's fine. Anyway, so it's a charming little... I mean, tower defense sort of RPG. There are very few tower defense games that honestly go beyond just the usual lane defense style at this point, and so it's actually really refreshing to see a game that does, and, you know, really push the boundary in this general direction. It has some Zelda aspects, but I think it's a little bit more linear. Maybe it doesn't really have Zelda aspects beyond just evoking feelings of like Link's Awakening for me just looking at it. And you know, the light puzzles and stuff, though they're very light and not really that dynamic. It's very much just hit switch, hit switch, hit switch, you're done. Or something to that extent. It works. But otherwise, I don't know. I think it's charming, and as a Kickstarter for the game, I feel almost obligated to like it. Though, I do like it. It's a unique product, and I wish there were honestly more like it. Stay away from Caca, Dwarf, or you'll take an arrow to the knee. Ka! Hush, Cowie. I found some willowmen moss to close those wounds. You'll fly again in no time. Caca! Praise ye, Grumble, for bringing down tasty bird meat. Gather round all, kill and feast. Ari, I think she's an elf fairy.
Never mind that, Dwarf. We can't let the Noblings butcher that poor hippo bird. Protect Kikaw.
It's a hippogriff.
Noblings don't care. They'll kill and eat them. We have to protect the eagle horse and the elf fairy.
Okay. Well, I don't really have much of a choice. I'm just gonna plug both of these down and hope for the best. Honestly, I think this system is mostly fine. And if it turns out to be not fine, then I'll have to fix it. I guess if I stand right here and replace, we're good. A little bit of damage, but it's fine. Oh, it's not fine. Now, can we shoot over? Looks like we can shoot over parts of it. This works well enough. Jeez, Noblings will eat anything. Thank you for protecting... Oh, it is not Kika, it's Kaka. And yes, I'm an elf fairy. The name's Elvaria. And this is my best friend, Kaka. What's your name? I'm Dwerve, and this is my best friend, Eri. Is Kaka alright? What happened? We were flying over the snoring forest when sharp thorns came at us from below. One of the thorns hit Kaka's wing, and we fell into this maze. What about you? What are you doing here? Dwarves never venture into this snoring forest. We're trying to reach Mount Crowcrest because... Oh wait, you're an elf fairy. Elvaria, you have to warn your people. Trolls raided my village, then used sorcery to blame it on elf fairies. Now Chieftain has summoned the Dwarve clans to war. Plans to get vengeance on the elf fairies. You sound madder than a Nobling. Trolls aren't real, are they? I saw trolls with my own eyes. That's why I'm heading to Mount Crowcrest, to get proof. But I don't know if I'll make it back in time. Please, warn the elf fairies. Alright, I'll warn them as soon as Kaka can fly. I wouldn't want any trolls burning our sacred grove. Wait, before you go, I don't want to be in debt to a dwarf. You protected Kaka, so here, take this instrument. It's an elf fairy relic called a wind-collared gem's horn. Play it when you need me, and I'll come as fast as Kaka can fly. May the mother grant you haste. I'm confused by that, but okay. Well, let's go pop this chest open. If I can. Actually, it looks like I'm gonna have to fight some stuff. And you know what? For now, this is a good stopping point. We've gone a little further, but we got to see a pretty bird. Today I saw a bird, and it was good. So, with all of that said, Dwarve is a neat game. I'm probably gonna play more of this. I don't know if I'm gonna play more on camera or not. Just because hard. And I think I'm gonna get kind of tilted at some point. I know. There is a story difficulty. I think I can dip down to that if I really felt like it. Oh, that ain't it. Kind of reminds me of Aegis Defenders. That was another really good game. Yeah, cool. So I can just change this whenever I want. So what's story mode? Let's see. And then there's like challenge and extreme. Only replenish your health by collecting health potions, recommended for hardcore gamers that don't mind dying a lot. Yeah. I like the fact that you can change whenever you want. Okay, but all of that said, if you guys like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new indie games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons of them to check out. But for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.